Hello, this is Joseph with American Trade Masters, and today I'm going to do a video on how to install upper wall peninsula cabinets in the kitchen we have here. So the first order of business is to find the lowest point on your ceiling or your fur down soffit in this case. If your low point, my low point was right there, which made a nice starter cabinet. If your low point is out at the end, you're going to have to do some math. Start at your low point, work your way to the wall, and leave a spacer on the end. The other thing you're going to want to do to lay it out is you're going to want to take your total width, divide it by 2 in equal space on both sides. Snap a line. I don't know if you can see that line. I snapped a line, and then line it up to the front of your face frames because it's usually straighter than the front of the cabinet. Once you get everything centered and all lined up, the next thing you're going to want to do before you start hanging the cabinets, in this case, these are wall cabinets. They're not meant to hang from the top. They're meant to screw to the wall. So I add reinforcement. Most cabinets have a little bit of a lip here, and that allows me to put a pine nailer, an added nailer. We call them nailers. That's what the area where it attaches to the wall. It's got the most integrity. And what I do is I'll make an L. You can see here, this is an L, and I'll screw into the side and into the back 6 to 8 inches apart. Nothing less than a number 6 or a number 8 screw, and that forms a very rigid nailer and just as much integrity as the front of the cabinet. And I will drill through the face frame on the front of the cabinet because that's where it's got the most integrity to hold the cabinet up under a load. So once you have that done, then the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure that what you're anchoring to is adequate. I always like to put little exploratory holes somewhere where it's going to get covered up just so I can see what I'm actually anchoring to. In this case, I've got flat 2x4s and they're 16 inches on center. If they're not at least 16 on center, you're going to have to add additional reinforcement to the top. As far as fasteners, I recommend no less than a number 10 screw. Make sure that you calculate your penetration so that you're penetrating the wood enough. On a 2x4, I like to go all the way through it. And one screw in the back and the front. As you, I don't know if you can see that, the lighting's pretty bad. But I put it right through the face frame, and then I'll put a washer and a screw there. And that's how I'll fasten onto there. Now, you've probably noticed this little contraption over here in the corner. I call this my jack on the box. And this is how I work alone. I just build a support box out of scrap wood, stick a bottle jack on it, I screw it down there so it doesn't move around on me, put a 2x6 up there, drill a little hole so that that's supporting, and then I'll just throw my cabinet on top of there, jack it up, and that'll hold it up there for me while I'm leveling before it's fastened. So once you're leveling, make sure that you level on the face of your cabinet and then also level for plumb. And then you can also use your smaller level to stick right into the cabinet and keep leveling. Once you install another cabinet, in this case we have 3 cabinets to install, make sure you use a long level underneath so that you keep it nice and straight. And I think that's about it. Once we get those cabinets up there, then on the back we're going to have to cut our back panel and attach it. We attach the back panel usually with some adhesive and then trim it out. So that's about it for installing upper wall peninsula cabinets. Thanks for watching.